Dad, I feel terrible about not being able to get her any sooner.
Listen, Roger, I told her every time I went to that bloody hospital, I said, Ada, I said, you cannot expect a film company to stop a multi-million-dollar production in Yugoslavia just because you're feeling a bit under the weather, dear.
Well, you know, Dad, I tried to get away, but we were shooting this snow sequence, and the snow was melting, and the director just refused to release me.
Well, of course he refused to release you, Roger. Blimey, I would have refused to release you now then. I said to your mother, I said, Ada, I said, what would Mr. Omar Sharif say if his co-star, our only son, suddenly does a midnight flit out of Yugoslavia just to see his mother? I said, they call him Mummy, this boy. I said, we never hear the last of it in the profession.
So, Mother understood the situation, did she, Dad?
Well, I can't vouch for that, Roger. I mean, she went on and on. Where's my little son? Where's my little Roger? I said, Ada?
It's all right, Dad. I've got enough in here, thanks.
Just try and be a bit more careful, son.
I'm sorry, Dad. I don't know what came over me.
That's all right. I said, Ada, I said, Roger is on location in Yugo-bloody-Slava. I felt like ramming that nose drip right up her throat. No, I just couldn't get through to her.
It must have been very tricky for you, Dad.
Oh, it was horrendous, Roger. Absolutely horrendous. I mean, she was screaming and hollering for you all the time. And so much so, she made such a noise, Roger, they had to move her to a little ward all by herself because she was disturbing the transplants.
Oh, Lord.
You know? And then she kept on saying, I hate this new ward. I want to go back to the old ward. Oh, blimey. Stubborn and willful to the last, your mother, I'll give her that.
Oh, that's Mum all over, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, just like with this lovely new house you bought us, Roger. I mean, she never really got used to it. Not, of course, you know, to be quite fair, that she had that much time to appreciate it, because, I mean, no sooner she walked in through that door than she started feeling strange.
Oh, Dad, you don't think it was the move to the new house that actually made her ill, do you?
Oh, I don't think so, Roger, not for one moment. Of course not, son.
I mean, I thought she'd like it here with the garden and everything like that.
Oh, it's a lovely garden, Roger. Yeah. Those roses are going to be really nice when I get to them.
They're lovely roses, aren't they, Dad?
Yeah. Don't think I don't appreciate it, son. No, quite honestly, I think the thing with your mother was she missed some of her old friends, you know, like Mrs. Stringer and Mrs. Booth from 112. But I'm sure she'd have made new friends given time. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure I'll make new friends given time.
So you like it here, Dad, do you?
Oh. Yeah.
Dad, did you consult that specialist I told you about in London?
No, Roger, no.
Well, why not, Dad?
I'll tell you why. I didn't want to offend Dr. Grog. You see, you must understand, Roger, that Dr. Grog has always been very good to us.
Well, I know that, Dad.
I mean, he saw you through your German measles.
Well, that was 30 years ago, Dad.
It might have been 30 years ago, Roger, but Dr. Grog has lost none of his acumen, and he was absolutely right about your mother. You need have no fears on that score. Absolutely right about your mother, because I asked him. I said, now look, Dr. Grog, I said, you've got to be quite frank with me. I said, what is the situation concerning my wife, Ada? He looked me straight in the eyes. He said, Norman, he said, your wife is dying. There is no hope. And he was absolutely spot on. Ada died. Now, how can you grumble with that sort of expertise?
Well, it's a very good diagnosis, Dad.
Oh, Dr. Grog is a magnificent diagnostician.
What does he say about you, Dad? I mean, how are you feeling in yourself?
I couldn't feel better. I couldn't feel better considering the circumstances, you know. I mean, I get the odd twinge round the old ticker, but I mean, that's only to be expected at my time.
Dad. Sit down.
It's all right, Roger, it's just a bit of wind. that bloody fruitcake. They put too much sherry in it at Mrs. Butterworth's.
Well, Dad, how often do you get these little attacks?
Only about once every 10 minutes.
And is that what Dr. Grog diagnoses, just wind?
Yeah, well, he is a wind specialist, Roger.
Is he?
Yeah. He's done several papers on wind.
Oh, I had no idea that Dr. Grog had so much experience of wind behind him.
Oh, yeah.
In the end, did Mother die peacefully?
Roger, your mother left this life much as she lived it, screaming her bloody head off. I remember it very well. It was a Wednesday afternoon. Uncle Ralph had just popped in for a cup of tea. Oh, blimey. We hadn't seen him for 20 years or more. Dear. We were talking about old times, you know, how we used to walk along the cliffs at Leigh-on-Sea and watch the boats come in. Anyway, we were chatting away, and Mother was lying very quiet, very still, almost at rest. And then suddenly, Roger, without a word of a lie, she sat bolt upright in bed. She went, ah! false teeth at the ceiling. And that was it.
Oh, Dad, I just wish I could have been there.
Fantastic. Your mother never did anything by halves. Both sets, pow! Hit the electric light bulb. The bulb fell to the floor, smashed. Matron came running in, slipped on the broken glass, hit her head on the bedpost, was killed outright. Nurse Ovia, hearing the commotion, came roaring in from the President Roosevelt Memorial Ward, tripped over Matron and went flying out the window. She fell 5 stories onto a car that was coming into the forecourt. It was an open car. She killed herself and the 2 passengers. The weight of the 3 dead bodies on the accelerator took that car roaring into the catering department. It killed 7 nurses and knocked 10 orderlies into a huge vat of boiling potatoes. Well, naturally, the valve on the vat got stuck. There was a tremendous explosion and the first floor collapsed. Well, you can imagine what that did to the 2nd and 3rd floors. Anyway, son, I won't bore you with details. Suffice it to say, Roger, I was the sole survivor. 987 people. Wiped out in a flash with your mother's teeth. Oh, God, if she'd only known in what a fit of triumph she'd exited from this mortal coil. Bang, 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 bang!
Careful, Dad. Careful, Dad.
Oh, no. Oh, no, it's all over, Roger.
It's all right, Dad.
Oh, it's all over,
Stop,
son.
Dad.
It's all over.
It's all over me now, Dad.
Oh, it's all over, Roger. Now,
It's all right, Dad.
Pull yourself together, Roger. It's
Dad,
all over.
I really ought to be getting back to London because I've got this meeting.
Is my boy all right?
Yes, Dad, but Mr. Broccoli has just got back from Brussels. And it's been great seeing you, Dad, and I'll see you again really soon. Okay, Dad?
I hope so, Roger. Take
Bye,
care
Dad.
of yourself.
Take care.
Oh, Roger! Roger!
What, Dad?
Blimey, I'm sorry, son. I'll forget me head next. Are you by any chance on location this Saturday afternoon?
No, Dad, I'm not working Saturday. Why?
Marvellous. I just wondered if you'd like to come to the wedding.
Well, what wedding, Dad? You never mentioned a wedding. Who's getting married?
Me and Auntie Joan.
But, Dad, you can't.
No.
Auntie Joan's already married
Roger, Uncle Ralph died in the hospital catastrophe. We thought we might as well make the best of things.
Well, congratulations, Dad.
Thank you very much, Roger.
I've always liked Auntie Joan.
Yeah, so have I.
We all know about that, Dad.
That's not true. That is just not bloody true, Roger.
You've always liked Auntie Joan, haven't you, Dad?
Oh, I'm sorry, Roger. I apologise. I'm sorry, son. I thought you were implying something else.
No, it's just something Mother said in passing.
Oh,
I don't know
yeah.
if it was...
Oh, no. Oh, well, yeah, your mother had a wild imagination and some photographs.
Well, I'll see you Saturday, Dad.
OK, Roger, 2:30 p.m, St Thomas's Becontree, the Reverend Buffet's doing the service.
Right, Dad. See you Saturday.
OK, Roger, I'll see you Saturday.
I wonder how many of you rollies that lits a popple on this country or in nubile to pronounce the English language. It's a bog problem, a very, very bog problem. Imagine of your coon the difficulties of everyday life on such a person. That spoke embodiments can be card. Emisif, went Sofort from such a go-fact. That if the inly throw wax of Farafoy, a king magnificent in the start path and trip. Mitch Minnie is nodded Ferisich. Place, Scav, gonorrheously. Sending notions in the firm of mini or chicks to the following address. Spoken embodiment fiend. Linden, worst wind.